Hey Aquarius, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading where we're discussing your monthly energy of the Four of Wands, and that's going to be celebrating along the way. It's going to be some victories, stability, foundation building, and this rune which is talking about the way that life is a journey and not a destination. So the way you bring this into the day-to-day and stop and see that big ball of yarn, whatever it is, and enjoy the small victories in the day and not just not pat yourself on the back or celebrate until some goal at the end of your life that you may not ever actually get to. Life is happening now, not in the future. So I'm using Soul's Journey and Mystic Mondays Tarot. I have stack 1, 2, and 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip ahead to the one or more than one you feel is meant for you. This is just a general for the collective. So if you would like a private reading, something that resonates more to your situation, I offer those through my Etsy page, and that's linked below. And I have these pick-a cards come out every week, so like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff if you want to keep up. And thank you so much for sharing this time with me right now. All right, stack 1. You have Judgment, the Six of Wands, and Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Judgment in this deck calls you for the quiet and contemplative energy in order to find this peace, in order to hear the more subtle messages. Like in the traditional, this is an angel with a trumpet and it's really calling loudly to the dead. But in this case, it's going to be something that you're going to have to be quieter in order to hear. And so you have done your work. You have learned from the past. You have learned to discern what stays and what goes. And it doesn't have to be a constant and incessant noise or battle to fight every single day. You do get to chill and you do get to enjoy the rewards of your work. Will you be called upon again? Yeah, probably. Life goes on. It's a cycle. And as it shows you doing so successfully again and again, only if you allow this time out in between to rest and regroup in between each one. Otherwise, you burn out. So enjoy it. Otherwise, what's it for? Easy peasy. Stack 2. You have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords, and Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Imagination speaks on your creativity and also the way thoughts can become things. So why not imagine beautiful things? Why not imagine things that feel good, that fill you up? Nine of Swords is specifically speaking on things that are only in your imagination. It's worry and anxiety, but unlike some other cards, these are things that you're conjuring. It's worst case scenarioing, it's catastrophizing. And so while an aspect of cognitive behavioral therapy is to work your way back to that worst case scenario, but for the sake of making peace with it. And once you have made peace with the worst case, then anything in between here and there doesn't have to cause you this anxiety and this grief. At least to the best of my understanding. I didn't go to psychology school or whatever. But unless being in this frame of mind is helping you imagine or create a contingency plan or strategize in some way, then move on from it. That's what the Six of Swords is talking about, moving on from that kind of energy into a more peaceful one and visualizing other possible outcomes. Get out of your mind and into the moment where none of that actually exists, if it's not being productive. Stack 3, you have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and purpose. I know what I am here to do. So our purpose, first and foremost, if I remember what the guidebook says correctly, is to love and experience love. Everything that we do in the physical world is meant to serve that purpose, not the other way around. And you may hear that and think that that sounds delusional because so much about love and life causes pain like this in your heart, heartbreak. So once again, the purpose is love, not the avoidance of pain. And the Knight of Swords is very a headstrong energy that wants things to move fast without obstacles, without being held back. This is not an energy that stops and smells the roses like you're being asked to do here in this week. And so this energy feels very much like it's in a hurry to reach some kind of happily ever after, or this idea that this happily ever after is it, or the ultimate goal, or forgetting that life moves on afterwards, or that you can even get here at all. It's a little bit like a mirage in the desert if you don't claim it today. If it's something that you're always putting off in the future, it will be that mirage. You have to, it's that change of mindset that you're going to have this today, and you're going to have it every day, and you're going to find something to celebrate every single day that makes this a reality, not hoping that you'll get there in some future point. So anyways, it feels like this is trying to reach that without having to feel the painful lessons that actually get you there, and by the same token, missing out on the sweet things. It's like he can somehow, through the thought of his mind, and through philosophizing and through thinking things through, he can get to this by bypassing this. And when you do that, you miss out on what's good. And wondering where it all went. Okay, I know what it's making me think of. Did you see that Adam Sandler movie? Remote Control was an MTV show, but it was something where he had this remote and he could fast forward through the BS in his life. This is boring, I'm going to fast forward. I don't want to be yelled at by this person, I'm going to fast forward. So he fast forwarded through the bullshit, trying to get to these parts of his life, and ended up at the end of it not knowing where the fuck his life went. And so it's realizing that life is a balance. Life is all of those things, and you in order to experience and celebrate the good, that comes with some stuff that sucks. And at the end of the day, it's to love and be loved, and to experience and to circulate love that it's all about. And you can't do it pain-free. But it is so worth it. That's what this is about. This is celebrating. This is stability. This is what is all about. This is what it's for. This is what makes it worth it. That's that feeling. And this is doing it every single day, and not hoping to get to some happily ever after that does not actually exist. It exists now, and you create it now, and you create it every day. All right? I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.